Hello and welcome back to another Star Citizen video, and this time we have Anvil Aerospace, and it's another big military brand out there or manufacturer for Star Citizen, and it is great because I have the lovely Anvil Carrack for you, or rather it's on sale today. Before we begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow, and let's check out what do we have for Anvil Aerospace. And in general, yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. We're going to start off with the Anvil Aero. This is a light fighter, $75. This is the cheaper, better light fighter out there that you can get. And however, it's cheap, great. It's nimble, great, but not really that much of a pew-pew firepower compared to the Aegis Gladius. This ship actually puts up quite a fight, in my opinion. Yeah, $75. I think this is worth taking. Ballista, $140. This one, you know what? Buy it in game. Anything that's vehicle, just buy it in game in general. Yeah, because it's no, we are here to buy internet spaceship. That's for sure. At $140, you can get much better ship out there. That's 100%, and that's it, right? The Ballista is great. Surface to air combat, or the literally says like long range surface to air dominance. Ugh. Right, it's anti-air. Next up, we have the C8R Pisces, $65. This is the first aid variant. Then we have the C8X Pisces Expedition, $45. This is the base version. And of course, we have another one, which is the C8, has no X. That one, it's, I would say, bare bones version that usually comes with the Carrack. However, it's not available, which is both good. You don't want people to, get confused. So C8X Pisces Expedition is the base. At $45, yeah, it's available for discounted starter pack. So that's that. And it's the cheapest one out there. So I think it's okay. Next up, we have the Anvil Carrack at $600. And I love this ship. I really love this ship because of one small little thing. Yes, it is a utilitarian ship. It is an exploration ship. However, this ship comes with everything you want as a multi-crew ship. The only downside is the pilot does not have pilot weapons other than, I don't think there's missiles as well. I don't remember Carrack has missiles. So pilot has 0 weapons. And you need friends to play with. Yep. However, this ship can be used solo, right? Because you can put some snub fighter in the hangar bay, you can put vehicles in the vehicle bay, and you have a lot of turrets everywhere. So if you're going to bring with friends, this is the best ship out there. And the deal breaker, not say deal breaker, the reason why I easily can recommend the Carrack to a lot of people, medical bay. And at the moment, according to the stats, or rather to the function of the medical bed for the Carrack, it is a respawnable bed. That's right, which means if you die, you can respawn back at the Carrack. And that's it. The only problem is $600. A little bit expensive, right? To be honest, a little bit expensive for me to recommend. So that's why you want to do is you want to grab as much special ship upgrade or Warborn ship upgrade as much as you can. And from there, you can get cheaper Carrack. That's 100%. The only question is, how low can it go? I think the last 2 anniversary sale, I managed to crush down the Carrack to about 300 plus. So about 50% discount. That's actually not bad, right? In my opinion, not bad. But yeah, this is a ship to look out for if you want to upgrade to more expensive ships. Next up, we have the Centurion, $110. Again, this is short range surface to air dominance. It's a vehicle. Easy skip, in my opinion. Easy skip. Next up, we have the Crucible. Now, this ship is a little bit interesting. It is still at a concept phase. $350. I say this is a decent ship to pick up if you want something that is, how to put it this way. It's a support and heavy repair ship. The question is, can you lug a fighter along with you? If the answer is yes, this ship is actually not bad. Which means you can fly it solo, right? Park it somewhere, and then you just take your fighter out and do something else. That's one way to put it. Right now, this is a theory craft, so might not be applicable when the ship is launched. Again, we do not know, but because this is a concept ship, $350, this ship will go up in price. The only question is, how much will it go up to? I predict it's about 400 to 450 at the moment. 400, 450, maybe 500, but 500 I think it's pushing a little too far, maybe 475. But anyway, 350, this one, it's another ship to, I would say keep an eye out. Definitely keep an eye out. But 350 is a lot of money. Yeah, no matter how I put it, still a lot of money. Next up, we have the Hornet series. So we have the base Hornet at 110. We have the Hornet Wildfire. Now this one has more weapons, different loadout at $175 with a cool skin. A bit hard to recommend this one, to be honest, 175. We have the Super Hornet 180, because if you're going to pay 175, might as well just go for the Super Hornet variant. Now this one is a 2-pilot ship versus the base Hornet. Base Hornet is only a single pilot, or rather single-seater versus 2-seater. Yeah. Next, we have the Hornet Tracker. This is a Pathfinder variant or a Exploration variant, $140. We have the Hornet Ghost. This is a stealth version, $125. Now, the funny thing is, I know for sure the center turret from the Super Hornet, the Hornet Wildfire, you can equip to the base Hornet. That is 100%. Now, I do not know. I haven't checked fully whether the Hornet Tracker and the Hornet Ghost, you can do it, but the Ghost has one small little thing extra, because this is a hull specific stats. The Ghost has lower signature. That's why it's a stealth fighter. So all in all, either you get the base Hornet or the Hornet Ghost, which is $15 more for stealth capability. And usually stealth capability means weaker armor and weaker stuff. And if that's not up to your standard, the Super Hornet, and the Super Hornet is awesome. This is technically the first ship that I flew in Star Citizen, and it's awesome. It's just awesome. And it has retractable wings, so yeah, gimmick. Love it. Next up, we have the Gladiator. Now this has a special upgrade offer at $165, and I think the upgrade offer is $150. Again, this one is a bit on a mixed bag, whether you because it wants to be a fighter, but at the same time it wants to be a bomber, so it's a 50-50 thing. It's one of those things where I would say grab it because it's a special upgrade offer. Grab the special upgrade offer only, because this ship at $165, I think you have much better options out there. Next up, we have the Hawk. Now the Hawk is at $100. This ship is actually quite interesting. Light fighter. You're paying extra $25 for 2 extra things on the Hawk, which is an EMP and a holding cell at the back. Not bad, not bad. We haven't seen any bounty hunting mechanics in the game at the moment, so I would say stay tuned for that. It's gonna be something that you want to make sure that you like to play the bounty hunter role, because if not, the Hawk is a little bit expensive compared to the Aegis Warlock. The Warlock has EMP drive as well, just don't have a bounty holding cell, and it's cheaper. So that's that. Next up, we have the Hurricane, $210. Now this ship is a 2-seater ship as well, or 2-pilot ship, not say 2-pilot, multi-crew ship, up to 2. And this one has maximum DPS, but it's a glass cannon. But it's fun. This ship is actually a good ship. In fact, it is the best ship other than the RSI Scorpius in terms of having a core gunner. That's how I put it. Yeah, the Hurricane is actually not bad. $210, still cheaper than the Scorpius. So that speaks a lot. Next up, we have the Legionnaire. Now this is a combat boarding ship, semi-drop ship at $120. This one is actually the cheapest drop ship-ish out there. And the key, or rather the niche gimmick for the Legionnaire is actually boarding. So you can board ships, especially large capital ships. This one would be quite interesting to have if you're playing as a big group. Solo pilot, again, if you're a small group, solo pilot, this ship is easy skip in my opinion, but I really want to I want to see the boarding action. Could be quite cool though, right? Board the Hammerhead, then steal the Hammerhead. Board the Idris, steal the Idris. Got lots of FPS action you can get. Yeah, that's that. Next up, we have the Liberator, $575. This is a light carrier. If you're talking about pocket carrier, the Liberator is a much better dedicated carrier in my opinion. And if you love pocket carriers, and this guy can carry a tank as well, technically this is a upgrade from the Hercules C2 in my opinion, because the C2 can carry tanks and a set of small ships, whereas the Liberator can carry more ships and tank at the same time, and it's a dedicated ship for transport. And $575, again, good for small. Okay, this actually ship I would say is great for small group, right? Because you can pair up the Liberator and the Starfarer. You just need two ships, two big ships, and then the rest fighters and tanks. That's it. Yeah. If you're a dedicated small group, this ship is worth considering, in my opinion. I haven't seen in action yet because it's still in concept. So again, I'm going to withhold my comment until this ship is available in game. Next up, we have the Anvil Spartan. This is an $80 ship. This is a ground transport ship. As usual, if it's a ground vehicle, easy skip. That's how I put it. Buy it with in-game cash. Even though if you want to buy it with cash, buy it with in-game cash, right? Use the money and buy better ships or more ships. Next, we have the Anvil Terrapin. Now, if you like exploration, this ship is a great pick. $220, good for solo pilot, good for small group as well. The only question is, exploration is not really in the game yet, so yeah, that's the only thing left, right? Once the exploration is in the game, then we can see this ship shine. Next up, we have the Valkyrie. Now, this is a proper combat dropship, $375. This is much better. The Valkyrie is a much better ship versus the Aegis Redeemer. The Redeemer is a cool gunship, right? To be honest, but this ship, it's much better. If you're gonna have a group of friends to play with, and you have I would say a more limited budget, the Valkyrie gets my pick easily. And you ask why? The answer is very simple. You can actually put some vehicles in the ship versus the Redeemer. You can't really put vehicles. In terms of DPS prowess, the Valkyrie might be a little bit under DPS, but again, this is a more of a utilitarian ship versus the Redeemer. The Redeemer sure can output a little bit more firepower, but if you're going to play among with friends most of the time, either you fly multiple ships or you fly something a little bit cooler. In this case, the Valkyrie fits the bill. $375. But again, $375, I would say there's much more other better ships out there, right? And do note all these ships out there is not say subject to change, but it is subject to change, and you don't need to buy with real money, and it's available in the game, and you can buy by just playing the game. Other than buying a starter pack. And that's it. That's all I have for you for today. Don't forget, Daily Warborn Special is the Gladiator. And yeah, until then, I'll see you in the verse and fly safe. Yeah, look at that. That is a cool. But you know what? Out of everything, Carrack is my favorite. Till now.